Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and our preparation for the Cataclysm, which is going to happen sometime within a couple months. I've thought about it quite a bit, and I kind of decided that if I want to do a melee class in Cataclysm, I already have the Ret Pally. So we're going to keep the Ret Pally as our melee class going into Cataclysm. It's very versatile, it can heal, it can tank, we can DPS on it. But I really want to have a strong ranged option. And I feel like my best bet as far as like having a ranged class that's probably always going to be like somewhere performing decently in the meta, a mage is a good bet. You know, with 3 different DPS specs, there's really not a way to go wrong. Even if one spec is more powerful than another at a certain point in time, I think we're always going to have something viable. If we're looking to raid, especially if we're kind of relying on getting into pug groups, if we're not really doing a lot of guild runs, as a solo player, I might have to pug raids quite a bit, so having something more versatile and having something at range might give us a little bit of an edge. And then of course, we always have the Ret Pally, which we already know we enjoy. So, this will be the beginning of our leveling journey. Thank you guys for being here for it. I really do appreciate it. If you end up liking the content, leaving a like,
state your business,
and making sure you're subbed to the channel, ringing the bell, that stuff really does help me out a lot, and I appreciate those that do. Let's get right into things here. We have to go after 8 mana worms. And with this being the first episode, let me know about the audio settings. I like to have the music and the ambience in the forefront. So let me know if anything is too loud or too quiet, and we'll get things adjusted for the future. If you do give feedback on the audio, letting me know what device you're listening on, what type of device, really helps out. And for anyone who is interested, this is on the Mancrick server, which is a US East PvE server, predominantly Horde side.
glory to the Sindorai. We will have justice.
Alright, next we need to collect 8 lynx collars from the Springpaw lynxes.
The reckoning is at hand.
And we also need to go for a little mage
Be
training.
ready for anything.
Let's go talk to our class trainer and see what we learn at level 2.
Yes. Stay the course. Remember the sun well. Farewell. Hold your head high.
Arcane Intellect. Alright, let's go ahead and also get a couple more action bars going here. And there we go, that'll work. Let's put Arcane Intellect out on the bar. And in Wrath, that is a 30-minute buff. We can also move Frost Armor up.
The eternal sun guides us. Shorelaran.
Solanian here wants us to go check out the Shrine of Doth Ramar.
Remember
And then he's also going to need us to go collect some of his
dark
forgotten
times will
belongings that
pass.
he's lost around the Isle.
Keep your wits about you.
Victory lies ahead.
We're going to go after some arcane slivers.
Salama Ashalanore.
We can get those from the mana worms, anything that uses mana here.
Victory lies ahead.
And then we're learning about a little bit about our thirst for mana. We're going to use our arcane torrent ability on a mana worm.
Shorel Oran. Anaria Shola. Time is of the essence.
Our enemies will fall. We will have justice.
Alright, let's head south a little bit and we'll start going after Selenian's belongings, and we'll be keeping our eyes open for any links on the way. And if we head a little bit over here to the northwest, we can go read the shrine to Dathramar.
Victory lies ahead. Keep your wits about you. Shorel Oran.
Let's talk to our trainer and we'll learn level 4 spells.
The dark times will pass.
Conjure Water and Frostbolt. We don't have any money.
Time is up.
Let's go ahead and we'll vendor. Sure, we have some junk to sell.
What do you seek?
There we go.
Remember the sun well.
I don't really
Glory to
know
the
how much we're going to
Sindorai.
actually need Conjure Water. We don't really seem to be having mana issues. Frostbolt's going to be a nice
Remember the
addition.
Sunwell.
I think we might level up as Frost. Frost tends to be really fun while leveling. There's lots of procs, and like, sometimes you'll freeze people, then you get some big crits going. I do enjoy Frost leveling. Eventually, we'll probably also check out Fire Spec. Maybe once we have some more talent points to spend.
Anubilore Delana. Farewell. We will have justice. The reckoning is at hand.
I think what I would probably do on this character is I'd probably level most of the way as Frost Spec. And then from 80 to 85, for like the last leg of the journey, that's probably when I would start to learn Fire. Because I'm pretty sure Fire is going to be the predominant spec at the beginning of Cataclysm. It could be Fire or it could be Arcane, but typically Frost is not like a heavy damage dealing spec for any kind of group content. So yeah, I think going Frost for most of the leveling journey would be fun, and then towards the end of it going Fire so that we can learn that a little bit, get comfortable with the abilities while we level up before we step into group content with it.
What business have you? Hold your head high.
Alright, Lanthan here wants us to test our mettle against the Tenders and the Feral Tenders before he sends us on actually important missions. So we need to kill 7 and 7.
We will persevere. We will have justice.
Looks like we get a staff upgrade for this one.
Keep your wits about you.
And now we're going to go to the top of the academy. We are going to be going after 8 arcane wraiths, 2 tainted arcane wraiths, as well as taking on Felindrin the Banished. He's having a little bit of a problem controlling his mana thirst.
We will have justice.
So he's become a wretched. We picked up a tainted arcane sliver, which begins a quest. We need to report back with this. And that is that. I'm pretty sure we can find a safe spot over here to jump down, actually. Yeah, I feel like we maybe will live. Let's see. Yeah, we actually did live. Can we make this jump? I think so. There we go. That's not too bad. I don't know if it's efficient or inefficient or good or bad, but I like to kind of treat things in the environment like as aggressive. Which means, yeah, as I travel, I like to clear like a little bit of extra enemies. You know, it's good kill XP, especially with a 50% buff. In Wrath of the Lich King era, I still feel like a lot of our XP comes from kills. So I'll probably be going out of my way, not out of my way, but I will be probably fighting stuff like on the way.
Yes.
Clearing my way. And raking in a bit more kill XP like that.
Keep your wits about you.
A shield or a bow, neither of which we can use. And now we need to go aid the Outrunners. Before we do that, let's head back. And we will train level 6. We also have to report on the tainted arcane sliver that we found. So let's do that first. It'll also be a good opportunity to sell off all of our junk.
Glory to the Sindorai. Hold your head high.
Choose wisely.
And we had a lot of junk.
Shurelaron.
Anu Belore Delanar.
Conjure food, fire blast, fireball rank 2.
Hold your head high.
Alright. There we go.
What business have you? Keep your wits about you.
Alright, we're going to check on a missing messenger for Outrunner Ilarion here.
Death to all who oppose us.
And as is often the case in WoW, the person that we're looking for is dead. But at least we recovered their package. It was kind of the murderers to leave it.
enemies will fall. Shorel Oran.
And now the delivery falls to us.
Be ready for anything.
We have to take this package into Falcon Wing Square, where we will continue our adventure. Alright, what do we have?
Victory lies
Major malfunction. We need to collect 6 arcane cores from the arcane patrollers that roam the ruins of Silvermoon City.
ahead. We will have justice.
Let's go drop off the package at the inn and we'll set our Hearthstone.
What do you seek? Salama Ashalanore. Farewell. Your gold is welcome here. Time is of the essence.
We have a wanted poster. We need to find and take out Thalis the Hungerer.
Anaria Shora.
And then the captain here wants us to track down some missing unstable mana crystals.
Farewell.
This version of the mage is really nice. It feels strong, and it gets to feel strong because I don't have to worry about blowing through my mana. Like, I see that, like, if we wanted to use all of our mana, like, if I just wanted to spam, like, fireballs and fire blast, I could probably run out of mana, like, on a boss fight or in a long encounter. But it's kind of nice to be able to go from pull to pull and really see the class at its full potential each time, without having to really, like, way slow down the DPS in order to conserve mana. I really like this more blasty version of the mage. It's a version of the mage that feels like it has good momentum. It's always what I look for in a class to like see if I'm gonna enjoy a class. Is I like to have like a big sense of momentum, being able to go from pull to pull at least for a little while before we really have to stop or anything like that. You know, not having things to consider like a pet that can slow me down. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely gonna be my best ranged class option for going into Cataclysm content. Whereas I really do think the Paladin is everything that I need and more in a melee class. Especially because it's so versatile. You know, if we ever want to heal, if we ever want to tank, we have those options. I think having a mage at the ready, focusing on a mage, could be really good for my goals with the game. Which is like mainly, I really don't want to tank or heal. I would love to be able to focus on DPS. I think on this character I'm gonna go with jewel crafting and mining. I would really love to be able to make my own jewels. My own gems. And that would be useful for alts as well. From what I remember, gems can get quite expensive, so that's another opportunity to like make some gold. Making gold in the game is something I've always been bad at, so if I considered going enchanting. But I think that if you want to make a lot of money enchanting, you have to like be active in trade chat and stuff like that. For me, I would much rather make a bunch of gems, put them up on the auction house, and sell them that way. And I think we'll also be able to make some decent rings and neck pieces for ourselves, which could be good as well. And here is our named guy. And level 7. That is perfect. Let's make our way back to town. You know, actually, there's a part of me that kind of just wants to level fire. I kind of like the burstiness of the fire spells. It's kind of like a trade-off. Either like we're gonna go frost, and then frostbolt becomes faster. We cast more of it. It's less powerful than fireball. Or we can focus on a fire build, and then, you know, we might actually run into mana issues on a fire build. It could be interesting to see. And then, you know, we have less freezes, less things to kind of keep us out of trouble on a fire build, but we have just the ability to deal like a lot more burst damage, I think. Maybe we will go fire. And just see, I feel like that could be a fun way to go. We got a robe upgrade here.
Stay the course.
Delivery to North Sanctum.
Time is of the essence.
Anaria Shola, remember the Sunwell.
State your business. The reckoning is at hand.
Alright, the captain wants us to travel to the West Sanctum and defeat any intruders present there. Report our findings to Laykeeper Melania.
Keep your wits about you.
I think we have a little bit of a night elf incursion of sorts. I could probably learn first aid. I don't know if we'll need it, but since I'm not going to go tailoring, it won't hurt to have it. Let's grab Jewelcrafting now. Although I don't think there's a miner here. Let's track the appropriate professions. Jewelcrafting, mining.
Stay the course.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to head into Silvermoon to grab mining. That's okay. I'm assuming cooking and first aid are upstairs. And the mage trainer's up here as well.
Anaria Shola.
There's first aid. Here's the cooking trainer. And we can learn spice bread. And it might be a good idea just to grab the ingredients we need to level that up a little bit now. Let's see, what do we need for that? Spice bread requires simple flour and mild spices. I think we can just... I thought I could type into here, but I guess not. Can only buy 20 at a time. I think we can get up to 60 skill points off this, like, pretty easily. Where can we cook? Can we cook anywhere? Is that a change they made in Wrath? Can we cook anywhere? We can't. We still need... Maybe we can cook right here on the stove. Let's see. No, this is not a cooking apparatus. As much as it seems like it would be one. What about the furnaces over here? Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. Cook the bread in the oven type of thing. Alright, guys. I'll tell you what. I am going to let this run. It's going to take a little while, although it's moving pretty fast, but it'll still take a little bit. Thank you guys for being here. I'm having a lot of fun back in Wrath of the Lich King. I wasn't sure if I would have the opportunity to do any Cataclysm prep, or really what I wanted to do. And yeah, I decided that I'm just going to keep my Paladin for my melee option. And the Paladin will also be my healing and tanking option if anything changes in my desire to do those roles. But having a mage as a ranged option, I think that's going to be ideal, especially in a scenario where I'm doing a lot of solo content, where I want to pug raids, pug heroics, and stuff like that. I feel like the mage is going to be more versatile from a DPS perspective. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you. If you are enjoying the content so far, leaving a like, subbing to the channel, ringing the bell, all that stuff really helps me out a lot, and I appreciate those that do. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.